Do you feel less flexible than a plank of wood no matter how much you stretch? You're not alone, and just to be clear, stretching can improve flexibility, but it doesn't always lead to long-lasting change. And in this video, I'll show you why passive stretching often falls short and what you can do instead to unlock your flexibility. And this is why I use something called loaded mobility, because instead of just lengthening the muscle, you're strengthening it while it's lengthened. And this will do three key things. Number one is it will build strength at the end of your range. It'll also train your nervous system to feel safe and stable there. It'll also strengthen the connective tissue. Let me show you three of my favorite examples. First exercise I'm going to take you through is the reverse Nordic. Most people, when they're trying to improve flexibility in their quads or their hip flexors, will bring out this classic here where they grab their foot and they pull their heel back to their butt. But if you truly want to build strength in lengthened positions and improve your flexibility, the reverse Nordic is a far better alternative. So I'm going to show you this variation, which is the harder variation, but I'll also show you a regression for getting started. So if you sit on your knees, from our knees up, we want to be like a straight line. So I'm keeping my hips forward and not letting them tilt back like this. And then from here, I'm hinging, bringing my back into that space between my legs. And now I also have to use strength to come out of the position. So I'm not just working into the lengthened positions, I'm also building strength in them too. Now, this is a slightly more advanced exercise. So if you're just getting started, start with a box, even one slightly higher in the blue might be a little bit more appropriate for starting, but I'm just going to show you this for the demo. But it's the exact same form. We're keeping our hips forward and we're hinging back, this time bringing our back onto the box and coming out with control. I'll show you one more. Keep nice slow control in the eccentric. Pause. So next up is a Jefferson curl. Most people, if they have tight hamstrings or a stiff lower back, will bring out a personal favorite of mine where you bend over and you just bounce at your toes like this. But it might give you a bit of temporary relief, but it's not going to be fixing the problems anytime soon. The Jefferson curl is a great exercise for unlocking your calves, your hamstrings, your posterior chain. So if you have tight hamstrings or a stiff lower back, this is a really, really, really good exercise. Now, if you haven't done this before, start off with a really, really light weight, just to keep the risk of injury at a minimum. Once you get more comfortable with the exercise and you start to build up a little strength, then you can look at increasing the weight. You can, two options, you can go flat-footed, which a lot of people do, or you can elevate your toes on plates. A lot of times I have stiff calves or tight calves, so I will keep my toes elevated, but whatever you prefer. What you're going to do here is load the weight in front of your thighs, okay? Now, I like to focus on my breathing when I'm doing this exercise, so at the top of the rep, take a big, deep breath in. Tuck your chin to your chest, and you want to keep your legs locked out as you slide the dumbbells down your legs. Pause at the bottom and come up with control. Most exercises, or most personal trainers when you're doing exercise will always tell you keep your back straight. But for this exercise, we're actually trying to do the complete opposite. The goal is not just to stretch the hamstrings out, but to open up the posterior chain and get as much flexibility into the spine as possible. Give this a go, let me know how you get on. As I said, be really careful with the weight. Start off with just a couple of kilo, see how it feels, and then you can progressively go up the weights as time goes on. If you're doing this, hoping that one day it's magically going to open up your hips and take away groin pain. Please stop immediately. Try this instead. It's called a gliding lateral lunge. So stand with your feet outside a shoulder width apart. Then I'm going to lift my chest up so I'm nice and tall. Then from here, I'm going to push this knee over the toe till this leg is straight. And then I'm going to glide to the other side, keeping my hips low and my chest out. So I'm keeping my posture nice and tall. Just moving through the range with complete control. Now, if you find this a little bit too difficult, you can start with this regression. Start off in the middle, and then from here, just push the knee over the toe till you get a stretch on the inside of your thigh. Come back up tall, and then work to the other side. Don't worry about how deep you're going into the stretch. Of course, that's going to depend on how mobile you are. Even if you're just moving a few inches here and you're already getting plenty out of it, just stop there, come back to the middle. Over time, as you build strength and mobility, you're going to start to work into the deeper ranges and progress it on into the glide. So if you're stuck doing the same stretches over and over again with no real progress, then try this approach instead. Train the positions that your body doesn't trust yet and earn the range through strength and control. Also, if you want to get your hands on a free strength and mobility starter plan that you can even do at home, then check out the link in the description and drop me a wee follow if you find this helpful.